Video Shooter, and today we're taking a look at 4 different lenses that cost around $30 or less. Purchased a 25mm f1 point.
What? Oh, come on.
Today we're here in
It's here. So about a year ago, I decided to start upgrading my lenses and, get different options, get different focal length. That way I could experiment with different looks. Now, one of the main problems is that I don't have a lot of money, so I can't spend, thousands of dollars on some of those Sony master lenses, or the freaking Sigma cinematic lenses, or even the cameras. I cannot afford anything like that. So one of the main things and one of the options that I was doing a little bit of research on were vintage lenses. These right here, if you know what you're looking for, you can get some pretty good glass for 50 bucks even, which is amazing to think about, just because, years ago, these lenses right here would cost, thousands of dollars for professional photographers or professional videographers or whatever you were doing. These lenses could cost you quite a bit. But thankfully, nowadays with these new mirrorless cameras, you can pretty much adapt any lens that you want into one of these cameras, which I was actually pretty happy about it. And one of the main reasons why I decided to get the Sony a6400 is because you could adapt different lenses to the camera, and actually you can adapt pretty much any lens to any camera. There's no limits for what you can do. As long as you have the right adapter and a pretty good lens, you should be fine. One of the main things about these lenses, and one of the main reasons why they're so popular in this community, is that for really, really cheap, you can get a pretty fast lens. For example, I've seen some 50mm f1.4 lenses that only go for 30-40 bucks at max. If you really, really want to get maybe like a really good vintage lens, you could spend about 80 bucks or so, and you will get a pretty decent lens. One of the reasons why these lenses became so popular is that you can get some pretty fast lenses for super, super cheap. I've seen some 50mm f1.4 for $50 with some pretty awesome image quality that hopefully I'll get soon. I've been trying to be a little bit selective of the lenses that I've been getting, and actually I've been getting some more lenses in which I'll talk about that in another video, so stay tuned for that other video. Anyways, I've been trying to be pretty selective with some of the lenses that I'm getting first, just because I want to cover all my focal length bases. For example, I got this 50, actually it's a 58. I wanted to get a 50, but I decided to get this 58 just to try something different. So the lens that I have right here is the Helios 44k-4 58mm f2. Now that is a mouthful. I cannot say that. That is my 4th time trying to say this. But anyways, let's keep going. Now, one of the main reasons why I decided to choose this lens is mainly it's a 50, well, a 58mm is not quite a 50, it's more close to a 60 than anything. But I wanted to get a little bit more of a depth to my image with this lens, just because I wanted to try different things. I have an idea, and I'm actually planning to shoot a short film here soon, where I'll try to use this as much as I can. I have a couple of ideas of different shots, different frames that I can use this lens on. So that's mainly the reason why I got it and why I got that focal length. The other reason why I ended up getting this lens is because it's an f2. It's not quite an f1.8 or an f2.8. It's just in the middle. It's like just a 2. Well, it's actually closer to the 1.8 than anything, but it's pretty wide open. So you get that pretty nice bokeh, that pretty nice blur, that really nice depth of field. Now, one of the main things that it's been really hard for me to do with this lens is to focus. I haven't been able to get a pretty good, decent shot with this lens, unfortunately. One of the main downsides is, yeah, they are manual lenses, and I completely understand that. It's hard to understand the focus. Now, one of the other big things as well is the focus ring is a little bit longer for me than I expected. So there is quite a bit that I have to turn for me to get from, you know, one side to the other. So that's one of the downsides about the lens. Another thing as well, another downside, which mainly it was my fault because I didn't quite made enough research on it. So one of the main things is that originally I thought that this lens was an M42 mount, and when it arrived here with my M42 mount adapter, it was completely wrong. It was advertised as an M42, and actually it was I believe a Pentax K mount, if I remember correctly. I accidentally grabbed or ordered the wrong mount, so I had to reorder a new mount or a new adapter here for me to actually use this lens, which it's not a bad thing now thinking about it, because I have 2 different adapters that I can use now with this camera. So I have more options of more lenses that I could get, well, vintage lenses that I can get within those, you know, within those mounts. So it technically is not a bad thing that I got the wrong adapter, but it is a little bit of a depressing thing because I was super excited when the lens arrived. Apart from that, another thing that I would call it as a downside is the iris is clicked. I don't know if you guys can hear that. So you can hear that clicking of the iris. I did find a video showing me how to unclick that iris, but I'm a little bit afraid of taking it apart. I'll keep you guys updated. If you guys want to see a video of me unclicking the lens here, and you guys want to actually see that, please go ahead and leave a comment below and let me know if you guys want to see that video of me trying to unclick this lens. Hopefully I don't pick it up. Apart from that, so far this lens has been an amazing lens. I have to do a couple more tests here and there, just in order for me to actually get that focusing ring right. Well guys, if you guys want to see more videos of me talking about these vintage lenses or more vintage lenses in a way, please go ahead and leave a comment letting me know what you want to see. As well, don't forget to leave a like here on the video. Technically, that is all that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for coming in and watching today's video. If you guys haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe buttons to see more of my videos as well. Don't forget to hit that notification button. I almost forgot there. Don't forget to hit that notification button. That way you get notified whenever I upload any videos. But guys, thank you guys so much for coming in and watching me learn a lot more stuff about filmmaking. So we are done. I don't know what I'm doing here. All right, peace. Bye.